So we've been talking about godly goal setting, what the best way to set goals is as Christians, 3 principles for success, our godly goal setting challenge, which, if you have not done that already, what are you doing? Get on your Zoom. Now is about the time that people start falling off of the goals that they set for themselves, but not us. No. We are going to take our era of godly goal setting and transition into an era of godly goal getting. This year I made 3 main goals for myself: a business goal, a faith goal, and a health goal. Today we're going to be focusing on the business goal. For those of you who don't know, I have a small business called Bring Back Beautiful, whose goal is to essentially empower young women to walk in the royalty that they are by highlighting the importance and beauty of modesty and growing in their relationship with Christ. Of course, that is my main goal, profit or not. I think it's very important to have a mission that you would stick to whether or not you made anything from it, and that's what this is. At the same time, if I'm gonna have a business, then why would I not want to actually make profit? I feel like a lot of people think that as Christians you shouldn't want to make money. I think that's so off kilter. The Bible has so many verses about how to manage your money, about investing, about sending your bread across the sea in like 7, 8 ways or whatever. I'll insert the scripture. But essentially, the Proverbs 31 woman is a businesswoman, okay? My goal for this business is to make at least $10,000 this year. 10K is the goal, alright? I wasn't gonna say the number on here, but why not? It's gonna be a great way to hold myself accountable, because if we don't meet that, then it's kind of like, well, that's embarrassing, but we're gonna try. So, one of the main things I need to get better at is promoting my business. I feel like I'm definitely behind where I should be when it comes to promoting it, marketing it, which is very ironic being that I'm literally an advertising major. But I am taking a step in the right direction by talking about it on this channel. So this video, which is hopefully going to be part 1 of a 3-part series, will be dedicated to working on my business, doing some maintenance, preparing for the next season, and all of that jazz. So let's talk about what is on our to-do list for today. There are 3 main things. I need to find a credit card, and we'll go through all of the reasons why I need to do these things in a bit. But I need to find a credit card. We need to design a spring collection. Spring is around the corner, all right? And time is of the essence. And 3, we need to film some content because I've been kind of slacking. Both. And we're trying to do this all today. Do you think we can do it? I think we can do it. I think if we put our heads down, focus, and lock in, we can get all of this done today. Alright, so a little backstory. Most of my products that I have are print on demand. So I've been using Printify, and honestly, I think they're great. They have so much on their catalog, pretty easy to use. This video is not sponsored, but hopefully one day you guys will sponsor me. Hello, Printify. But there is something that I did not realize before I started using it, and that is you need to have some kind of money up front. Now let me explain. This was on Thanksgiving, I believe. My mom and I were chilling. We were watching movies all day, and we had taken a break. And so I go over to my laptop, right? And I see a notification on my email that I had gotten an order. As you can imagine, I was so excited because why wouldn't I be? As a small business owner, you get an order, that's great, it's fantastic. But then I check my phone, right? I check this bad boy right here, and I see that my card had been charged. So I'm over here a little confused, a little perplexed, because I'm like, this is sus. I get an order, but then I see that my card is charged. Was there some kind of glitch? Was there some kind of breach or something? Like, God forbid. Then I do my little homework, and it just turns out that, yes, I got an order, but Printify actually charges you to fulfill the order. And that's often before you even get paid by the customer. So, like, it takes some time for the payment to actually go through. So that was kind of like a moment for me, because I'm like, if I get a lot of orders, like, let's say I get like $2,000 worth of orders, hypothetically, and I don't have $2,000 in my bank account, what's gonna happen? And I don't want to ask God to bless me with something that I don't have the capacity to maintain or to even receive, right? And so I had to figure something out. I looked it up, and it seemed like some other people were dealing with the same thing, had the same question. Essentially, there are two things that I came across that could be potential solutions. One is I could turn on manual approval of orders so that when I get one, it doesn't automatically take out of my bank account. Like I can wait for the payment to clear first and then send it to production. So yeah, that's one thing. But then there's another idea, which is to get a credit card. So basically, I'm looking for a credit card right now so that I could put that on my Printify account, so it's not going to take out of my bank account. You know what I mean? So if I get a lot of orders, it'll go to the credit card, and then once the payment actually clears, I can just automatically pay off the card. Good idea, right? I think it's a good idea. I've been praying about it. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Best credit cards for small business. Let's see what NerdWallet has to say. All right, so we're seeing some Chase Visa cards. We got American Express. We've got Capital One. Okay. That one has 4.9 stars, as well as the other Chase Visa one. Annual fee. Okay. You see, I'm new to all of this stuff. I'm not familiar with like credit cards and everything. So I have to like look up what that exactly means. We have new intel. So there is a Capital One Spark business that has 1.5% cash select, and then there's a Capital One Spark business with 2% cash. They both say excellent credit. I think maybe I'll call or like just go there and see which one they'd recommend for me. But yeah, we've narrowed it down to 2, which is, it's basically one. It's just like the same card with different levels of whatever. So yeah, we did that. We can check that off of our list. Find a credit card. Awesome. Okay. It is time for the spring collection design session. I want to take advantage of this new season that's coming up. I feel like it's very smart. I like doing seasonal things because I feel like when you are trying to come up with ideas for like content or just like designs and you're not making use of holidays, seasons, then you're just not using what's on the table. Like it's right there. If you ever are having a creator block or something, just think about like, what season is it? Are we approaching the holidays? Okay, so that'll give me ideas. Like I can do something for Christmas or like Thanksgiving or whatever. Is it like winter? Okay, winter collection. Like it's just so much easier that way. So I want to make a spring collection for my business. I've never created a collection before, but I watch a lot of like design TV shows like Project Runway, and I'm really into fashion. So we're gonna do some research about how to create a spring collection. Fashion. How to design a fashion spring collection. A method. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Okay, I'm liking this. I pretty much knew that, but this is confirmation. Okay, so let's go to Canva, because Canva is basically my best friend when it comes to all things design, content, whatever. I'm gonna make a vision board, and essentially I just want to get like an idea of the theme that I want, any kind of motifs that I'm gonna focus on, because essentially a collection is like, it's not individual designs, really. Like, yeah, they are individual designs, but like they have to have some kind of cohesive vibe. You have to be able to tell that they go together. So essentially I have to figure out what theme I want, and I'm thinking that because it's spring, I could do flowers or something like blooming or whatever, but I feel like that's very on the nose, unless I can find a way to like make it interesting or different, put my own spin on it. And I also want to stay true to what my brand is about. Okay, so let's just start by putting some words. Collection. I'm also typing this with one hand, so it's a bit tricky. Possible themes. Let's see. We got flowers, blooming, any kind of like patterns. Like this guy said polka dots. I could do flowers, I could do crosses, I really like leaves, you know what I'm saying? Mushrooms. I love mushrooms. That's a very good point. Do I want like a word to be the center of the collection? I liked the concept of like being rooted. Okay, so we have a few words here. We got flowers, we got blooming, we got mushrooms, we got rooted. Colors. Pastels. Pastels are like my favorite thing ever. I'm exaggerating, but pastels. So but do I want to focus on like a specific color scheme, like pink, lavender, yellow? One second, I'm gonna go and just do some research for a second. Right? Stay there. Don't go nowhere. Okay. I just had a very, very fruitful brainstorming session. I was actually taking inspiration from the Bible to see what the Bible says about spring and new beginnings and all that jazz, and I actually got a lot of good ideas. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a pretty long list I got there, and I'm very excited. Okay, so now that we have some kind of concept, I know there's a lot here, but there is one that I'm leaning towards, and I'm gonna keep that a secret because I want it to be a surprise. All right, I will let you guys know when it drops. And I feel like, ooh, I just had another revelation. Spring has to do with new beginnings and all that jazz, right? And I feel like this is my first spring collection ever, and with this, I kind of wanna shy away from only using Canva to design my things. Like I actually want to draw it out because I'm a pretty good artist, I would say. I think I'm pretty good at drawing. So I want to try it by hand. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go get like a sketchbook or like some paper and just start doodling and see what happens. Let's see. Goodbye. Hello. So it's like an hour later and I have 2 designs already. I think they turned out pretty well. I'm not going to show them like I said because it's going to be a surprise, but I think I have pretty nice concepts. I'm going to make some more, but I'm going to do that later. But now I want to get to my content for the Instagram. Okay, so my previous strategy for my Instagram for Bring Back Beautiful was to actually make like talking content, like podcasty type of things, and that was great while it lasted. I have not posted on my account in a minute, which is not great. But to be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna scrap that strategy because if I look at other businesses, they don't really do that. They do more of like a lifestyle kind of thing, like more editorial, which is what I want to do. So I really want to focus on what kind of girl is a BBB girl. What does she do? What does she care about? What kind of lifestyle does that look like? And so essentially what that looks like is a girl who is passionate about her faith. She's vocal about it. She's very feminine and yet sporty. She's ambitious. She cares about self-care and helping other people and all of that jazz. She stays in her word, which is very important. So yeah, like I just want to basically make like a magazine. I mean, that's what the name of the account was at first anyway, BBB Magazine, but I changed it to Bring Back Beautiful Co, which I like. It's more, I don't know, it suits it more. So today I think I'm gonna make a few reels that are showcasing my hoodies. All I wear really is my hoodies, and people are always like, oh, like where'd you get that from? And I'm like, it's actually my own business. But yeah, I want to start making more content around that, so that's what I'm gonna do now, and y'all are gonna come along for the ride. Slay. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I managed to film some content for the Instagram. We got some short form content and I think it looks pretty good. So that's ready to be edited. Overall, I think we did pretty well. We did pretty well when it comes to actually spending time in the business. Okay, we have some things to edit. We have some designs for the collection to digitize. And I just have to figure out how to do that. But I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for spending the day with me. And I hope this was inspiring in some way, shape, or form to not just godly goal set, but godly goal get. And just remember that like you don't have to be perfect. God doesn't need our perfection. He needs our obedience. He needs us to actually just put in the work, right? Because faith without works is dead. If we believe that we can achieve all these things that are on our goals list, right? But we don't actually do anything towards them, then that's not smart. Nothing's gonna happen, you know what I mean? So we have to actually put in the work. So that's what I did today. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Okay, we're gonna make mistakes. We're not gonna always do things 100%, and that's okay. But I did something. To be fair, I was out of commission for like a week because I was under the weather. So to get this amount of stuff done, pretty proud of myself. Right, I feel like I'm talking for way too long, so I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you resonated with anything that we did today, any questions, comments, concerns, and if you guys are interested in a part 2, which will either be my faith one or my health episode. So if that's the case, then let me know in the comments. I hope you guys have a great day, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.